Getting the point?
Yes, sir.
So if you increase the temperature by 10 degrees C, the rate will be increased, rate will become the twice. So let us do the, actually this is given by the, what caused the scientist called name Arrhenius. He gave the equation. With the help of equation, we can derive the, we can find the, what the temperature, how many time you are increasing the temperature. Similarly, it is going to affect the rate of reaction. So just you give me 1 minute, please, so that just
Okay, sir. We'll take the
uh,
time.
just I want to download the PDF. That is what already downloaded here. Opening that one. Yeah, it's got opened. Still need to save this. Yeah. Anything is visible to you? Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here the heading is, you can see the heading they have mentioned. The heading is temperature dependence of rate of reaction. This is what the heading. And statement, if you see the statement, they are saying the rate of chemical reaction largely depend on the temperature. That is what. Rate of reaction increases with rise in temperature. It has been observed that the chemical reaction rate constant increases 2 to 3 times. Generally twice, not 3 times. 2 to 3 times with rise in temperature. So suppose what is happening, initial temperature here is the T naught is there. And here if you are increasing the T plus 10 degree you are increasing. So it will come, if you cross multiply, so it will become the what? 2 times of the increasing 10 degrees
Yes,
C
sir.
temperature. Okay. Now they are saying Arrhenius equation. What is the Arrhenius equation? Arrhenius equation, it gives the relationship between what is the rate constant of the reaction and the temperature was proposed by Arrhenius reaction. So rate constant and the relationship between temperature. Whatever the equation which give the relationship between these two, rate constant and temperature, that is what is called Arrhenius equation. Some point he has mentioned. According to Arrhenius, a reaction can take place only when reactant molecule collide with each other. Okay. So first point of the Arrhenius theory, they are saying to react, to give the product, they must collide each other. Second point, collision of reactant molecule form an unstable intermediate which exists for a short time and then break up to form the product. So what they are saying, whenever they are colliding, suppose this is the hydrogen and iodine collide, then they are forming the intermediate where the you will find that is the old bond. This is the old bond. It is going to break. Here they are dotted. This is old bond. This is again dotted. They are going to break. And new bond here they are going to form. So finally they are forming the two molecule of HI. You will see this is the new bond. So what they are saying, for the during the chemical reaction, old bond break and new bond form. An unstable intermediate also formed. Here you see reactant molecule required some amount of energy. How much? Some amount of energy to form this activated complex intermediate. The energy required to form this intermediate is called activation energy. So again, you get to know that is what is the meaning of activation energy. Sanjay. This activation energy is the minimum amount of energy
Sir,
required
your
for.
voice is breaking sometimes. Not audible properly.
Not audible now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it audible to you? Hello? Are you listening? Hello? Reactant molecule required some amount of energy. To form this activated complex intermediate, the energy required to form the intermediate is called activation energy. That is represented by EA. Next one. Energy is released when activated complex decompose to form the product.
Sir, am I
Profile of
audible now?
energy when
Am I audible,
reactant
sir?
go into product is represented by the following diagram. So here this is energy is going to liberate.
Sir, can you hear me? Am I audible?
This is the activated complex. When it is going down, so energy has to liberate.
Sir, am I audible?
Now, see here. Directly you come back this one. Here. The rate constant of reaction at any given temperature T is given by Arrhenius equation. And what equation is K is equal to, this equation is K is equal to AE minus EA upon RT. Are you listening? Hello?
Am I audible now? Sir, am I
Listen,
audible
are
now?
you listening?
Yes, sir.
Hello? So now audible.
Sir, I can hear you, sir.
So this is what the equation K is equal to
Sir, you can hear
AE
me? Yes, sir. I am
power
talking for the
EA
last
upon
time.
RT. This is the empirical reaction. This is the empirical reaction where K is equal to rate constant. Here you can see K is equal to rate constant of the reaction. A is Arrhenius factor, that is also called frequency factor. Its value is constant for the particular reaction. If EA is the activation energy and R is the gas constant. Now we are going to derive this one, derivation of Arrhenius equation. Arrhenius equation. Actually, he gave the equation of what, that is empirical formula he gave. And from the empirical formula, we have to derive the equation. So K is equal to, this is the AE minus EA upon this is the RT. What we can do here, let us see this one equation. That is at different time in temperature, we have to derive differently. This is what is the at T1. If the temperature is T1 and here is going to be at T2, temperature is T2. So take the log. So here if you are taking ln K is equal to, what will be there, Sanoy? Ln K, that is at the T1 temperature, it will be K1. Ln K1 equal to ln A, and then this one is plus ln E minus EA upon RT. This is there. Similarly, here is the ln K2 is equal to ln A plus ln E minus EA upon RT. This is the equation. Now, one thing you
Sir, can you
got to
write it
know,
a bit bigger, sir?
ln
It is not
A
visible.
power n is equal to ln A. This is there. So, power we are taking this one. And ln E is equal to what is there, Samay? This is the one. So, what you will going to get here? So, similarly, it is very simple. Ln K1 is equal to, this is the ln A minus EA upon RT. This is plus ln E. Ln E is 1. So, there is nothing to do with that. So, ln K2 is equal to, it is going to give ln A minus, this is EA upon RT2. This is the temperature T1. We are talking about the lower temperature is T1 and you are increasing the temperature by T2. So this become equation 2. Now we are subtracting equation 2 minus it is going to be equation 1. This is equation 2 minus equation 1. So what we can get here, ln K1, this is the ln K1, ln K2, not K1, ln K2 minus ln K1 equal to, what will be their K2 value? Ln A, this is the ln A, ln A, this is the ln A, and here is hello. मैं फोन करता हूँ ना, तो क्लास ले रहा हूँ. This is the ln A minus, this is the EA upon RT2. Here is the minus, this is what is there, ln A minus EA upon RT1. This is there. Now, what will be there? Log A minus B. So what will be there? ln K2 by K1. This is the simple, equal to, what will be there? You solve this one. ln A minus EA upon RT2 minus, it will be, that is again ln A, minus plus EA upon, this is going to be RT1. Now you can see here what will happen. This one, not this one actually, we cannot split this one. You can ln K1 positive, ln A positive and ln A negative. That is got cancelled out. Now positive term we are taking together and negative term at the end. So ln K2 by K1, this is there, equal to EA upon RT1 minus EA upon RT2. This is there. So what will be there here? ln K2 by K1 is equal to EA upon R is going to be common. So what will be there? 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. This is coming. Now, what we are going to get here, if you see this one. So now you can convert, ln is equal to 2.303 and this is converting into log. So here we are changing in the log. What will be there here? 2 point, the better you write the before this one term, conversion factor, 2.303 log K2 upon K1 is equal to EA upon R. This is, you can multiply this one, T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2. This is okay. So log K2 by K1 is equal to EA upon 2.303. This is R. And here what will be there? T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2. T1 T2. This is the equation. This is our required equation. T1 is they going to be initial temperature. This is the initial temperature. T2 is final temperature. This is the final temperature. R is gas constant. This is the gas constant. Now you can see the EA is going to be activation energy. Activation energy. Activation energy. Now K1 and K2, they are the rate constant. This is going to be the rate constant, right? This is the rate constant. Now let us try to solve some of the problem. Here they have given the question for a decomposition reaction, the value of rate constant K at two different temperature they have given. So K1 they have given this one at the 650. This is the T1. And then K2 they have given this one at 700 Kelvin. This is the T2. Calculate the activation energy of the reaction. So this is very simple, student. So log formula is K2 by K1 is equal to activation energy EA upon 2.303 R. And here is what is there, that is T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2. This is there. So this is the log K2. What is the K2 value? You can see this is the K2 value, 2.39 into 10 power minus 7. This value is there. So now are you listening me? Are you listening me? Hello?
I'm audible, sir.
Is it audible to you?
Yes, sir.
There is a problem of sound in from the your side. 8.314. Here you can write T2 700 minus 650 divided by 700 multiplied by 650. This is the one. Now, now we are going to divide this one and then let us see the what the value you are going to get. 2.39 divided by 2.15. So this is the log 1.11. So actually it will give, because this the decimal are also there. This will go in the numerator. So it will become positive. So plus 8 minus 7. So multiply by 10. This is there. Is equal to activation energy upon 2.303 multiply by 8.314. Now if you solve this one, it is going to come 150. No, only 50. It is only 50. This is 50 divided by 700, 650. This is there. Now we need to find the log value. Log, this is the 11.1 is equal to activation energy 2.303. This is the 8.314 multiply by 50. This is the 700, 650. So no, it's still not audible to you. If not audible, you can study from tomorrow. So this value is coming 1.045 is equal to activation energy upon 2.303, 8.314. This is the 50 divided by 700. This is the 650. Now, see, activation energy is equal to 1.045 multiplied by 2.303 multiplied by 8.314. This is there. Multiply by 700, 650 divided by only 50. So let us do the calculation. So 1.045 multiply by 2.303 multiply by 8.314 multiply by 700 multiply by 650 divided by 50. So this is coming, the answer is coming. Activation energy is equal to 182,079. This is the joule. So activation energy in kilojoule, you have to divide this by the 1000. 079 divided by 1000. So activation energy is equal to 182 kilojoule per mole. So this is our required answer. Okay. Like that, you need to solve the problem. Let me check out the values, whether it is correct or not. 182, 100% this is correct. 100%. Okay, very simple. Now, let us move out to be the next question. They are saying in general, it is observed that the rate of chemical reaction becomes double when every rise in what they are saying, temperature. Okay, every rise 10 degree in temperature. If this generalization holds for a reaction in the temperature rate 298 to 308 Kelvin, what would be the value of the activation energy of the reaction? Are they have given? So T1 is equal to, they have given 298 and T2 is equal to their 308. This is the value. And if you see student, after this, what you will find here, this is the K2 they are talking about student, 2K1. Okay. When you are increasing the temperature these 2 days, that is the K2 become 2K1. So from Arrhenius equation, what we can do is student, from Arrhenius equation, we are going from the Arrhenius equation. So what is Arrhenius equation student? This is log K2 upon K1, right? Equal to activation energy upon 2.303. This is R. Here is what student, T2 minus T1 divided by T1, T2. This is there. And here is the log. What is there, student? This is the 2K1 upon K1 is equal to activation energy upon 2.303. R value there 8.314. This is the T2 value. What is the T2 value? 308 minus 298 divided by 308 multiplied by 298. Okay. This is cancel out student. Log 2 value 0.3010 equal to activation energy upon 2.303 multiplied by 8.314. Here is coming 10 student. That is 308 multiplied by 298. Right. Here you see student. This is the activation energy is equal to 0.3010. 2.303 multiplied by 8.314 multiplied by 308 multiplied by 298 divided by it is going to be 10. Now it is going to come, the 100% it is going to come student. 0.3010 multiplied by 2.303 multiplied by 8.314 multiplied by 308 multiplied by 298. So dear student, it is coming something like that 5.2. Here, let's see the value. Activation energy. Here is the 528,977.7 by 10. So if you divide it by 10 student, so it is coming 52897.7. It is the joule activation. So in kilojoule, if you are converting in kilojoule, so we need to divide by 1000. E is equal to 52897 divided by 1000. So it will give student 52.8 kilojoule per mole. This is what the activation energy is, student. 52.8. You can see here this answer. This is 52.8. So absolutely this is correct, student. Only you need to keep in mind, you need to place the value correctly and then it will be 100% correct. Now let us see one more problem here. The rate constant of a first order reaction becomes 6 times when the temperature is raised from 350 to 400. So here is 350, here is T1 is there. So T2, they have given 400. So here if it is the K1 is there. So K2 is equal to 6 K1, it becoming what they are saying 6 times. calculate the activation energy from the reaction. So they are asking, that is EA they are asking, student. So this is the very simple actually, if you are having the practice or the type of problem. Okay. So what you can do is, student, this is the log, this is the K2 by K1, this is there. And then what will be there, the student, that is the activation energy upon 2.303. This is R, in bracket it is going to be T2 minus T1 upon, this is the T1 T2. This is there. Now log, what is the value of K2? This is the 6K1 upon K. This is the K1 itself. Activation energy they are asking 2.303. R value they have given 8.314. 8.314. This is the 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Okay. This is T2. How much is there, student? 400. T1. This is the 350 divided by 400 multiplied by 350. This is there. So here this is the log 6. We have to check the value of log 6. What is going to come is to an log 6 value? They are saying 0.778. Okay. Is equal to activation energy 2.303 multiplied by 8.314 multiplied by 50 upon what is there, 400 multiplied by 350. Activation energy, what is there? 0.778 multiplied by 2.303 multiplied by 8.314 multiplied by 400 multiplied by 350 divided by what is there? 50. So students, 0.778, 2.303 multiplied by 8.314 multiplied by 400 multiplied by 350. So how much is coming, student? This is 41710. This is the activation energy. Okay. If you are going in kilojoule, student, okay, this is what will be there. We have to divide by 1000. So if you are divided by 1000, students, so what will come? 41.7 kilojoule per mole, student. This is the activation. This much energy required to form the activated complex. You can check back the solution. You will find that it is 41.7. Absolutely correct. So these are the problems are very simple, student. Just you need to uh, keep watching that one. Here you see next one. The rate of particular reaction triple when the temperature change from 50 degrees C to 100 degrees C. Calculate the activation energy of the reaction. Okay. This is also very simple. Okay. So T1 and T2 they have given. How much is there? 50 degrees C. How much is there? 100 degrees C. 50 means 50 plus 273. 100 plus 273. So how much coming, student? 50 plus 273. It is 323. It is coming 323. Here is 373. Right. And they are saying that it is triple, student. Okay. Triple. Particular triple. Rate of the reaction triple. Okay. When temperature change. So if this is the K1, so it will K2 is equal to, it is going to be 3 time K1. It is going to be 3 time K1. 3 time K1. Log K2 upon K1 is equal to activation energy 2.303. This is the R. Here is T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2. This is now this is the log K2. K2 value what is 3K1 divided by K1 is equal to activation energy 2.303. This is the R value. R value they have given 8.314 Here is T2. T2 value is 373 minus 323 divided by what is 373, okay, multiply by 323. This is there. Now, let us, this is going to be cancelled out. So log 3 value also given. There 0 0.4771. So 0.4771. 0.4771 is equal to activation energy. It is 2.303 multiplied by 8.314. And here, if you are subtracting this one, 0, 50 is coming. And downside, it is coming 373 multiplied by 323. This is there. So now we are supposed to get the activation energy. So activation energy is equal to, you can multiply 0.4771 multiply by 2.303. Okay. Wait, student. Here is multiply by 2.303 multiply by 8.314 multiply by 373 multiply by 323 divided by 50. Okay. So 0.471 multiply by 2.303 multiply by 8.314 multiply by 373 multiply by 323 divided by 50. So activation energy is coming, student, 22,011.7 joule per mole. This is there. But you can calculate in kilojoules. So you need to divide by 1000. So it will come 22.011 kilojoule per mole. This is the, in the kilojoule it is going to be. Or you can check it, student, here now. This is what is there. 22. So this is absolutely correct, student. You may solve some more problem here. The problems are there. Numerous problem. Thank you very much for watching, students. Right. See. Hmm?